this next year. And, when you're talking about especially those obvious pass down situations, I think Jaylon Carlies is going to be the first guy up there at linebacker because obviously we know coming into the NFL, he was a college safety. They moved him down to linebacker. So coverage is not a problem with him. He is very, very good in that department. And, he's a little bit undersized for a linebacker, but the athleticism is off the charts. So, you think about Jaylon Carlies in this role with the Indianapolis Colts, and think he's clearly the best coverage linebacker on your roster by probably a pretty wide margin at this point. But what are your thoughts there on Jaylon Carlies now getting a bigger role with EJ Speed no longer on the team?
Well, I did feel for a long time that when EJ Speed got drafted, and after I watched him, do what he did against the Bengals in the preseason many, many years ago, I felt like EJ Speed was going to get, some good reps, and I felt like he was going to become a good player here. And for the most part, he did exactly that, except for a couple different things that I'm sure Colts fans will let me know in the comments. But obviously now, as you said, Jaylon Carlies now kind of gaining that exact same role, a guy that got drafted a year ago and, just had to wait his turn to get the reps that he wanted. And you're right. Now he's in that opportunity. And of course, with the kind of defense that they're playing and the aggressiveness and the ability of a Carlies to play in coverage and be able to stick to running backs coming out of the backfield